We're live. Okay.
Hello.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to this is season 2, episode 3. I've had some hiccups because, of course, I am a new mom, and also I was sick. The whole house was sick for like 2 weeks with a bad cold, so I couldn't pull it off. But here we are, and as you can see, I have a brand new guest. She's never been on my show before, but I'm excited to have her on. We'll let her introduce herself. Please tell people where they can find you, about your brand new podcast, when you come on, the time, everything, what it's about, and also her links are in the description in case you miss anything. Go ahead, girl.
Awesome. I am Jessie B, also known on Twitter or X as Princess Skywalker. You can find me on X at Jess Skywalker 10. I am the host of the Princess Skywalker Lowdown, which I just started about 3 weeks ago. It's on Tuesday nights at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So that's 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So if you ever want to, come on over on Tuesday nights and hang out. I have a new guest each week. We go over wrestling, a lot of the same as Top Rope Squishy, but different, but a lot of fun. So if you want to, check me out. Like I said, I'm on Tuesday nights at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time at Princess Skywalker Lowdown on YouTube.
Yes, awesome. Please do, and make sure you subscribe. I've been in the chat for her show, and it's a lot of fun. It's just, two people having a good conversation, which is what we do on this show. So let's get it started. We're gonna start with some AEW. We're gonna hit some Wrestlemania, and then we're gonna hit the hot seat. But let's see. Here we are talking about AEW. Matt Hardy is gone. A lot of people have the I don't give a shit attitude. It doesn't matter. Big fucking deal. I kind of feel that way too. And I used to be a big Hardy fan.
I'm one of them.
Right. And my thing is, you came to AEW to elevate talent. You weren't supposed to be the main event. But it seems like he left because he wasn't the main event. So do you have anything to say about that? Do you feel any particular way? Or are you just like, fuck it, he's gone, big deal. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, I'm just kind of like, fuck it, he's gone, big deal. He wasn't really a deal breaker. He wasn't, that great. He's never been that great. I've always been a Jeff Hardy fan. So a little bit more on the Jeff side. So Matt leaving, don't really care.
No big deal.
Don't really care.
Yeah,
I know Jeff's still there. I doubt we're gonna see him much, but
yeah, we're not gonna see much of him without his brother. There, like it's just not gonna happen. Hey, if y'all watching, please, if you're watching on the Twitter stream or the X stream, please jump onto the YouTube, give us a like. I see 21 heads, so appreciate y'all for tuning in. MJF's future. It's been in question. A lot of people think, oh, he's just taking a break. He's coming back to AEW. But I have a feeling that he's going to, especially now that Cody Rhodes is, finished the story, got his championship at WrestleMania, that he might be jumping to WWE. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of curious if we were going to see that on Monday Night Raw, really, when I was watching it. I was curious if we were going to hear that music, but at the same time, I don't want to see him go to the WWE. I feel like the WWE is going to water him down. He's not going to be MJF, the MJF we love in the WWE, because they're not going to let that happen. I would prefer him to see him come back and finish the storyline with Adam Cole, because to me, the Undisputed Kingdom makes no fucking sense without MJF, because they were supposed to come together to make MJF's life a living hell, And that was the whole
Right.
point. So without him, what the fuck's the point of the United Kingdom? I'm like, whatever.
I
Just go the
agree.
fuck away. Wardlow's boring.
Yes,
Adam
that's why we
Cole's
call him
just
Wardlow.
annoying. Yep.
We call Wardlow Boardlow on my show. I don't think it's his fault. I think it's how he's been written. I also agree. I think MJF has unfinished business in AEW. He needs to stay there, at least for another year or so. That we're going to see him in WWE one day. I don't think we can deny that. I think that's going to happen. And I agree with you. They'll water him down. So I just think it's best if he does continue to do his best work in AEW and not go over there. I mean, that's his best friend, Cody, and whatnot. So I get it. I get why. But, and Mind Runner, you said, I think Ricky Starks would shine in WWE. Yeah, I think Ricky Starks is on his way to WWE. He was one of the two people that I predicted would leave AEW. I said Santana's leaving AEW to be an indie star, and that's exactly what he did. And I said, I believe Ricky Starks going to leave to go to the WWE. So that hasn't happened yet, but I think that's happening. And that's crazy because my next question was, where is Ricky Starks? I haven't seen him. I haven't seen him.
I think he eventually does end up there. For sure.
Yeah, I think he's going. Yeah, and I think he'll fit in great.
There's not much going on with him in AEW right now at all. It doesn't seem as if he's happy, to be honest.
Exactly.
So he was ecstatic for Cody. I mean, I saw the video. He was ecstatic for Cody. He was there at the Royal Rumble. But I definitely could see him jumping ship for sure.
Yeah, and like I said, he'll fit in just great over there. I think so.
Absolutely.
He's there a lot, and he's really good friends with Jade, so that's gonna happen. All right. Will Ospreay. I don't know about you.
I love him.
Okay, we're here because I think Will Ospreay right now is top notch.
He's the bee's knees. He's just fucking phenomenal. He is, every match he puts on a banger. And I will watch any match he puts on. Absolutely. Same. He's fantastic. He was a really, really good pickup.
Absolutely. Like, that was, to me, of all the people that Tony Khan has picked up, besides, I would say, Sting, because Sting was such an iconic pickup. The best pickup that you just snatched him, because I think any company that ended up with Will Ospreay got a little diamond, because this guy, he's just great on the mic. His persona is awesome. I love the way he talks with his bruv. That has just become a thing. And yesterday he clapped back at Triple H.
Sure did.
Yes, he did. And I was like, ooh.
Yeah, that's one of those. Okay.
He didn't give two flying fucks. He was like, oh, you want to say I'm lazy? You want to say, I don't want to do the work? Like, motherfucker, I've been all over Japan. I've been doing things all over the world. He has been working. He hasn't been just sitting on his ass. He didn't become so great by doing nothing. So, I was so glad he did. Right? Like, what the fuck? Yes, that's exactly it.
Because he didn't want to sign with you.
Exactly.
He doesn't want to get pushed to the limits constantly and be on the road 300 fucking days a year. And
exactly.
WWE is not the end all be all anymore.
Exactly. And it's like I tell people,
there's options.
Right. The people who are so WWE tribal, they have this tribalism towards one company or the other. Because you have to say there's AEW tribalism, there's WWE tribalism, and that's fine. I always say watch what you like, but there was a long period of time where WWE was unwatchable for me, and it didn't become watchable again until AEW came into existence, because now that you have some sort of competition, that is what brings out the best, I think, in both companies, because they're like trying to consistently compete against. If you have nothing to compete against, you don't work to make yourself better. And so once WWE saw, oh my God, AEW's out there actually getting viewers. I mean, it's not going to compare to WWE. This company's been around forever, but it's still a challenge, you know, like especially stealing or taking like wrestlers like that you might want. Like these are reasons why I think WWE has improved and has once again become watchable to me. Like I can actually sit through an episode of Raw or SmackDown. You know what I mean? I haven't watched NXT, but you know, WrestleMania, I enjoyed it. Like it was like, wow, this is back like when I used to actually like it, back in The Rock, when The Rock was a big deal and John Cena was a big deal, you know, not old timers, but you know. So for people who are so tribalistic about it, you know, and that's cool. Like you could be like all AW, all WWE, but you shouldn't wish either company to go down, because one, that sucks for wrestlers and their jobs. Like these are real people. And two, it keeps both companies on their toes, which is great for wrestling fans. Right?
It is. It is. It gives it some sort of competition. It gives it that, you know, for people like us that have been watching for a long, long time, we get it. We had the WCW and the EC and the WWE. We lived through having two companies. We didn't have to choose one over the other. You sat there on Monday nights and you just fucking watched it.
Exactly.
You watched one and you taped one.
Exactly. Exactly.
And then you watched it later. And that's just how it was. And you loved them taking shots at each other and having fun with it.
Exactly. Exactly. And talking about, you know, AEW taking shots at WWE, this wasn't really like a shot at WWE. This was more a shot at a particular person who you like to call by his birth name, right? Phil.
I sure do. His government name.
His government.
Fragile Philly Brooks.
Phil Brooks. I call him Mr. Glass. I've always told people how I feel about him. But AEW really took a risk yesterday, and they decided to air part of the backstage footage that happened at All In between Jack Perry and Punk. I actually have the video up, so I'm going to share it so we can watch the clip real quick. This is not mine. This belongs to Crisscross Adventures, who put it up on YouTube. So giving them props for putting this up. And here we go. Can y'all see it? So there you see the 3 X's in the back. That is Fragile Phil confronting Jack Perry. And I believe the confrontation happened because Jack Perry decided to use real glass in a stunt that he did in his match that was right before Phil's match. And he didn't like it. He didn't like it. And here we go. Now, clearly, regardless what anybody says, clearly Punk was the aggressor here. And as you see right there,
100%.
He's going towards Tony Khan. On that corner, Tony Khan was in that corner. That's what a lot of people didn't know. Tony Khan was in that corner where the monitors were, and he knocked the monitors over, like 1 or 2 of the monitors. Now, is this something that I would be like, oh, it's fear for my life? Maybe not if you are also a wrestler. But you're talking about somebody that's maybe 100 pounds.
Right. Little tiny Tony Khan.
Little tiny Tony Khan, who probably the only thing he lifts is a pen and his coffee mug. And Fragile Phil, even though he wasn't good at it, you know, he has some MMA training. He is a wrestler, and he was angry. So maybe at the time, Tony Khan's heart was in his mouth. So, you know, maybe he exaggerated.
Well, he's got a history.
Yeah. This is his MO. This is Phil Brooks' MO. Start problems and then pretend like he didn't do anything. People
Start
saying
problems
that,
and play the victim.
Exactly. He said people were saying that AEW, by putting up the video, only proved that Phil was telling the truth. But in actuality, there were times where he actually said, or he put out there, or there was rumors that he said that Jungle Boy actually, pushed him or started with him 1st. Again, we only have part of the clip, so in actuality, we really don't know. But I don't really see Jack Perry being an aggressor. Like, he just doesn't look like or doesn't come off like the kind of person who just would out of nowhere push somebody or whatever. Phil, though, definitely. So
Absolutely.
to me, Phil, people are like, oh, they're wrestlers. Who gives a fuck? Get over it. Yeah, it's a workplace.
It's still your place of employment. Like, yes, do we want to deck the shit out of people that we work with every so often? Fuck yeah, we do. But do you do it? No. Because you don't fucking assault your coworkers.
Yes, exactly.
If they're in the ring, that's completely different. They're wrestling. That's their job. If you're in the fucking back and you're just kicking it and you're getting assaulted by your fucking coworker, no.
Right. And then you're saying that the company is not a business. Well, you're not treating it as a business, you're treating it as your backyard. Like, this is not something you do at work. And I don't care what kind of work it is. Even in a UFC, you don't go kicking people in the face, in the back, simply because you're in a physical type of sport environment. Like, that's not how it works. And this isn't his first time getting into a physical confrontation. So,
with
Phil, Phil, you're full of shit.
Yep. Full of shit, Phil. Goes from fragile Phil to full of shit, Phil.
Yes. So, anybody who supports him, like, I'm not going to go against you. You like who you like, support who you want. But from what we were shown, and again, it's just a partial clip and there's no sound, so we don't know what they were saying at each other. But it really did look like Phil was the aggressor. And Phil has always come off to me as an aggressor. Like, look what he did at the media scrum. Like, let's not forget.
Yeah.
That media scrum.
When he just went off.
He just went off and started, tearing into the company while the owner was sitting right next to him. Like, he just really doesn't give a fuck. And I mean, some people actually like that about him. But I just feel like there are certain times and places where you say certain things, and shitting on the company that brought you back into wrestling, that gave you a paycheck, that made you somewhat relevant again, while the owner is sitting right next to you, is not the right place and time. And people have just like totally like forgotten about the media scrum. I didn't, because I've watched it a million times, because I just couldn't believe.
Right.
I was like, Jesus.
I'm tired, I'm hurt, and I work with fucking children.
Yes. While he destroyed muffins. Like, it. But yes, I agree. And I agree with Lou. Like, I do hope AEW moves on from this and focuses on the talent that they have, because they really do have some good, like, they have an amazing roster right now. And they really need to capitalize on that shit. But
that comment got me.
What happened?
Instead of having Mercedes on the floor moaning suggestively.
Yeah, Lou is funny. He's one to have on your show if you ever want to ask him to be on your show. He's hilarious.
Definitely message me on Twitter. I booked up until the middle of May, but I'm always looking for more co-hosts.
Yes, and that's, he's great. I think he's the one that's been on my show the most, because I just absolutely find him hilarious. Me too. I was doing that for a long time, and my husband was just like, "Are you serious?" Blah blah blah, bruv. Blah blah blah, bruv. And then I'll even do it in a British accent, which I'm not going to do here because I chop it up. So yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't even attempt it. My husband's half British, so I would just totally butcher it because he's half British.
Oh yeah.
He doesn't have an accent, but he's half British.
So yeah, he could probably pull it. He could probably pull an accent. Yeah. Yeah, don't do it.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, so let's jump to WrestleMania. I love the fact that it's on Peacock. I was able to watch it. Do you have? I don't know if you watched it through Peacock or not.
Yep.
awesome.
I watched it on Peacock. I watched both nights.
Me too. And I have to say, both nights were really good. I wasn't surprised that Cody and Seth lost night one, because I was like, man, if Cody doesn't get the belt on night two, like, what are you doing? Like, at this point, what the fuck's going on? You know, so I felt that was on purpose, obviously, because you don't want to give Roman Reigns and The Rock, who just came back, 2 losses back to back. So
yeah,
Cody finished the story. What did you think about that? I got emotional, which I didn't think I was gonna. I was like, I was watching it in bed, and I was like, oh my God. Like, I got totally like,
I looked at my husband and I was like, was I really just about to start crying for Cody Rhodes winning the title? Like, I've never really been a Cody Rhodes fan. So I was like, was I really about to start crying? Was I turning into Cody? Cody fucking cries about everything.
Yes. You had to do the face. I honestly just was happy for him, because I thought about his road to get to where he got, and it was a long one. Like, he went from being Stardust, a joke, for the same company, for WWE, just like a prop for his brother, who Dustin Rhodes, who used to be Goldust in WWE, and he wasn't happy with that character. He wanted to be his own man. He wanted to, and he realized he had to leave to do this, and he ran through the indies. He went to Japan. He did so much, and then with the Young Bucks and Kenny and stuff, and Tony Khan started this brand new company, AEW, obviously, and became an EVP, and just made himself undeniable enough that WWE actually wanted him back, and finally gave him the opportunity to showcase himself as a megastar, which he absolutely is for the WWE. He's the biggest face they've ever had, and he finally won the belt, which I thought was beautiful. When he put it in his mother's hands, that's when I was like, oh my God.
He finally did what his dad couldn't do.
But I was so happy for him. Like, now the question is what they're going to do with it.
Right. Where does it go from here? Because Roman is probably taking some time off. Yeah, at least that's what I've heard.
Cancer. Yeah, he's still fighting cancer, which a lot of people don't know. This man's been battling cancer for like a decade now. He said he still takes really strong medication for it. So,
which now explains his schedule.
Yes.
Which now explains his schedule and why he wasn't always around, and why his schedule is so light. And it would be nice to see him take a little break, get it out of the spotlight for a little while, because 3.5 years. Good Lord.
God. Unbelievable, right?
That's so long for somebody to be champion. I mean, I don't remember seeing that since I've been around. Considering Hulk Hogan was the last, it's been so long. Right,
Mr.
gross.
TD. I think that's why they waited so long. They wanted someone to kill that record, and Roman Reigns did it by one day.
Yeah.
Thank God, because, growing up, Hulk Hogan used to be my favorite wrestler of all time, up until his stupidity came out, and you got to see who he really was. And then, like, I can't even stand him now. So I was very happy that his record got broken. But yeah, he deserves a break. That's a long reign.
That's a long fucking reign. And I'm glad Seth Rollins is also taking a break.
Yes.
That man is broken and battered. That man needs a damn break.
Yes, he does. He, his belt went to Drew McIntyre for like 3 minutes.
I think it was 5 minutes, but still.
And then Damian Priest comes out to cash in his Money in the Bank. Of course, Phil Brooks fucked up Drew McIntyre in a way that once Damian Priest cashed in, he took the belt. Like, when Drew McIntyre won, I was like, finally, like, yes, this is awesome. And then I hear the music and I see Damian Priest coming. I'm like, no, this is what they did to Bianca Belair. Like she had the belt for like a minute, and then someone, I think Io Sky, cashed it in and took that shit from her, if I'm not mistaken, at one of the WrestleManias. And I was
I
just
think
like,
so.
I was like, no. I was so upset for him because when he won the belt last time, it was in an empty stadium.
Empty arena.
Yeah.
Yep. And then he had his moment. And then he had to, like Marcus said, he danced on the table.
Yes.
He had to get up all provocatively and crawl towards Phil.
She said the setup was hilarious. It's Drew's fault for dry humping the table towards.
Yes, like he all provocatively crawled over there. Oh gosh! And then fucking Phil.
That's that's Damian Priest. All hail our bisexual Undertaker, Damian Priest.
Yep.
A lot of people like him. I don't know enough about him. I just kind of started watching WWE again, so I have to like see what he's all about. I don't even know if he's like a great wrestler. I'm looking forward to seeing. Say what?
He's decent.
He's decent. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I really want to see what he can do, so I'll be tuning in to like upcoming WWE shows just to see. But yeah, that was funny as fuck, sad and funny. And not a lot of people are talking about this match, the 3-on-3 with the women, Bianca Belair teaming up with Jade and Naomi. Holy shit, what a trio. Like,
yes.
And I love Jade. Like, my husband and I, we stand on this. We were Jade fans since she debuted. And she wasn't good at first, but we had a feeling that she was going to be great, and she's still improving. Like, it's just, we got lucky enough in AEW to see the development of someone who's never been a wrestler get to be so big that now WWE took her, and now she's pairing up with Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair is a specimen. Like, she's flawless.
Yep.
She really does deserve the EST title. My God, she was just, every move she does is crispy clean. Everything she does, and she's super strong. I would have loved to see a Jade versus Belair feud, and maybe that's in our future.
I think it is.
Right? That's gonna be sick. But that trios match was beautiful, and they let Jade get the pin with her Jaded move. So that was, we don't really talk about that enough. Or I didn't really see it. Yeah. Not a lot of people have been talking about it because obviously with the Cody situation, that's what everybody was really focused on. Really, really focused on. But I think not enough has been said about that match. Is there any match?
It was great. And those three together, I was like, damn. I was like, what a power trio.
Like, I would be scared. For real. I would be scared. Is there anything that happened in AEW or in WWE's WrestleMania that I didn't cover that you want to talk about?
I think the FTR promo after they aired the video really helped tie the video into their feud. And I think that definitely helped not make it just look like a jab back. Because it was just a jab back. But them tying it into the feud with FTR because they're friends with CM Punk.
Right.
Oh, see, I didn't call him Phil.
Boom.
No, didn't call him Phil. I think that was a good move to do it that way and to tie it in. So I really liked how they did that. One thing that we didn't bring up though from WrestleMania was the Uso versus Uso match and how disappointing that shit was. That was so disappointing. And I said on my show on Tuesday, it's like I wanted so much more out of that match.
Yeah.
And it was a dud. And it was so
Yeah.
fast. Like I
It
had
was
to take my dogs out real quick. And I came back and it was over. And I was
over.
like,
Yeet versus no yeet. And
there was no yeet in the match.
It was just, it was so quick. I actually got up to use the bathroom, and when I came back, it was over. And if I'm not mistaken, it was Jey Uso who took the win. Right? It was Jey Uso. Yeah, it was Jey Uso.
Yeah, it was Jey.
And you know, I think it's beautiful that they have the twins fighting each other. You know,
yeah,
identical twins fighting each other. And that Jay has like left the bloodline, and the whole storyline is beautiful. But I really was hoping these two guys would fucking destroy each other. It was beautiful when they came out, you know, because it took a whole village for Cody Rhodes to win his belt, because of course Roman Reigns did his usual. They did have bloodline rules, so anything went, but he kept having people come out in his defense. But Cody this time also had people. So I knew when Jay, you know, when Jimmy came out, that Jay was coming, and you know, we got to see a little more there, but their match really should have been longer.
It should have been a lot longer. It should have been, I wanted a banger, and it just didn't deliver, because I thought it was going to be really, really good.
Yeah. And I mean, it was okay for for what it was, but another 15 minutes wouldn't have hurt, I think, you know.
No.
But, you know, Earl Cole was actually there, if I'm not mistaken, at WrestleMania. Like, I'm not too far from Pennsylvania. So, you know, it would have been the one time I think that I could have gone to see it. But again, having an infant, like, it's hard to get the hell out of your house to watch.
Hell events,
you know, and in WrestleMania like that, where you have Cody, you knowingly have Cody taking a belt after so long, you're going to want to be in the front. So, you know, I wasn't going to be satisfied to just go and sit just anywhere. So I had front row seats in my house. So that was,
exactly.
That was okay. That was
okay. Sit on my couch.
Exactly.
Smoke all I wanted.
Smoking, but I hear you.
I know. I bet.
Yeah, I'm not ready yet because of the baby, but hey, one day.
Absolutely.
One day. Hey. Yes.
Gotta do what you gotta do, mama.
Yeah, you know, it's fine. It's all good. The brother match should have been a street fight. Oh my God, that would have been phenomenal.
It was better. It would have been better than the other street fight we got.
Yes. So
because the other street fight was pathetic.
Yeah. Who were the people?
It was the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley versus. Is it Final Testament or New Testament? I don't know which one it is. I think it's Final Testament.
I think it's Final Testament, but don't quote me, because again, I'm just getting back into this. It was nice to see R-Truth win a tag belt also.
Oh, that got me emotional. That made me tear up seeing R-Truth get that belt. That made me tear up. Yeah. I know New Testament's like a Bible or something, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. You got the Old Testament and the New Testament. Yes, you are absolutely right. Anika's laughing at us. It's Final Testament. Got it. This is a take on smoking. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm gonna miss 420 this year. I'm not gonna participate, but it's all good. No, I'm not crying. I'm not crying about it.
No.
But anyway,
things we do for our littles.
What we do for our littles, you know, it is what it is. You know, you take the time to actually enjoy your children, and you put yourself aside.
Yep.
You know? Before I got pregnant, I never thought I would. I was just like, as soon as I give birth, boom, I'm going back. And now I'm like, I got a responsibility. Like, this is real. Like, I'm not.
Yep. I can't be. There's a dog outside.
Hey. Well, we've gotten to the part of the show where you got to sit in the hot seat. So,
oh shit, here we go.
So, oh, the doggy came to say hello. Hi. Is that
hello,
Tank? That's
Tank.
Tank.
Yep, it's Tank.
Hi, Tank.
Hot seat
Hi.
time.
Tank came just in time for you to be
Just in
sitting
time.
on the hot seat. The hot seat. So before we do the hot seat, because y'all know that is the end. Like, this is right before I finish the show. You get 2 would you rather questions and then a bonus question.
Okay.
Please make sure you follow Jessie at on Twitter and subscribe to her YouTube channel. It's a brand new channel. It's pretty awesome. The links are in the description. She comes on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. You got it.
All right. I've tuned in a few times and it's actually really, really good. I think you're up to episode 4.
Episode 4 will be next week. Yep.
Yep. So make sure you
and I'm
tune
going to
in.
have the ever controversial DJ Storms on. We're going to be going over.
Yes.
Yep.
That's fun.
Are you going over?
Entrance?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I just laugh, I roll my eyes at that one. I was on his show. He's like, "I'm gonna break you."
I let him do his entrance when he's been on my show. I just give him the stage and I just let him go. Puts his sunglasses on and he rolls with it. So he doesn't break character.
He's got his comb now.
Yeah, I'll be tuning in. He is so controversial. He gets a lot of heat on social. And
yes, he does.
So, and he's super young. So, I think that's a good one. So, I'll be tuning in next Tuesday. I'm looking forward to that. But
yeah, it'll be a good one. And then I'll be on his show Thursday.
Oh,
so
yes, that's awesome. Love it. I love it. So make sure you tune into her show. And if you're in the room and you haven't hit that like, please hit that like. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Here we go. You ready?
All right.
Here we go. I went a little freaky with these questions. So
all right.
let's do it. All right. Would you rather be allergic to sex or be allergic to all your favorite foods?
Oh, shit. I think I'm just going to have a bland food life. Because fuck being allergic to sex.
Yeah, you're like, screw food. I can eat anything.
I can eat anything.
Jesus. That was an easy one. I didn't know, I'm like, I think most people are going to say it's the food, but there are some people that love food more. So,
oh no.
She said, oh no. You just got married not too long ago. So I understand. Yep. I get it. All right. Next question. Somebody said, I haven't had anything that good. Give me the food. She's like, oh, here's another one. Give me the food. Hey, if you're getting the good D, that's different. All right, here we go. Would you rather be alone for the rest of your life or have to sleep with a stranger once a week? And yes, I mean sex. So you're either alone forever, you never will have another partner ever again, or once a week you get to have some freaky deaky, but you don't know this person. It's always somebody new.
That sounds kind of fun, actually. I think I'm going to go with option 2 there, Bob.
You're going to have yourself one exciting life with a lot of bland food.
Yeah, that'll just remind me of my younger days.
Wow. There you go. There you go, y'all. You're killing this. You're killing this. So here's the bonus question. It's not a would you rather question. I usually try to make it a little thoughtful. So here we go. I'm being yelled at in the room for my explicit questions. Listen. Sometimes they're crazy, sometimes they're not. The questions. All right.
Love it.
If you could go back in time and change just one thing in your past, what would it be and why?
Make sure my kid walked out of the room. It would be make better choices on the father of my children.
Okay. I get it. That would probably be the
both
change.
choices were poor.
Yeah. Sometimes you don't know until it happens.
Yeah. I was really young with my oldest. I had only been 20 for a week when he was born.
Oh.
So I was super young.
You were a young mama.
Yep. And then I met my youngest dad right after that. And
bad choice. But again.
But I got my babies.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you don't regret your children. You just regret their parent.
Exactly.
But that's a great answer. And unfortunately, so many people go through that. I think that's something that a lot of people regret, who they chose to parent with. But again, when it happens, sometimes you just don't know the way it's going to go.
Yeah. And when you're young, you just make silly decisions.
Right. Exactly. And I know a few people that have done it, and but at the end of the day, you look at your kids and you're like,
I've got the best kids.
Right.
I've got the best freaking kids.
Yeah. And I don't feel that way, obviously, because I've been with my husband for almost 30 years, and we've been together since we were 14, and we just became parents. But I get it. Like, I've been around a lot of people who've had this happen, and it's it's unfortunate, but at the same time, you're like, would they even be the way they are?
Exactly.
But that's a good one. That is a good one. That was a good one. Oh, that's definitely probably mine. I would have wanted to be smarter with my money and retire earlier. If I knew then. Yeah. That sounds so old.
I'm still horrible with money. I'm still horrible with money. I like the casino.
Horrible. But if I know you like to gamble. But if I knew what I know now, man, I would be a millionaire. But I'm sure everybody feels that way. I would have taken more chances. Yeah. It's just time. You can't get it back, but it is what it is. Anyway, this is the end of our show.
Oh, so fun.
Thank you. And thank you so much for coming on. I'm sorry. I rescheduled on this woman 3 times, and she was so gracious about it. So I really appreciate you. I hope you'll come back on my show.
Absolutely. I need to get you scheduled to try and come on my show one of these nights too.
Yes.
Get you on the books.
Yes, please. Again, if you guys want to follow Jessie and her YouTube, her links are in the description. Her show comes on Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern. Her next guest next week, the controversial DJ Storms. Please make sure you check in. Yes, it's going to be fun. I've had him on my show. I've been on his show. He is a lot of fun. He's hilarious. And again, thanks for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Thanks for having me. Bye.
Oh, no problem. All right, I'm going to give you guys the rest of your night back. Have a good one. Bye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.